Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Bring y'all raggedy asses off of Eastern Parkway. Enough is enough. You got enough paint, dirt, mud, oil, and all of that other type of bullshit they throw on you at the parade. Welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 channel where we do what? Focus on healing humor and hot motherfucking topics. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy holiday weekend. Happy holiday weekend. I pray that everybody's Labor Day was safe and fun and energetic. And I know everybody is frowning about having to go back to work tomorrow because people love long weekends, but it is what it is. Get your ass back in there and make your motherfucking money. Anywho, we are here today because we are going to review season 6, episode number 5 of Joseline's Cabaret, California. Now it's heating up. Now it's heating the fuck up. I'm here for it now. Because these last couple of episodes, I was like, I guess. But no, it's heating up now. It's heating up now. So, okay. So, remember when it ended last time, before I go any further, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel. Now, like I was saying, um, the episode reconvenes with T Love and Miss Natural. Remember, they was fighting when the episode went off last, right? Now, I don't know. Maybe I watched another fight. I'm not clear. I'm really not clear. Or maybe they edited some parts out. I don't know because T Love was really under the impression that she won that fight, and I was not under the same impression. It did not look like T Love won that fight. What it did look like was T Love was way more agile and energetic than Miss Natural. But Miss Natural, even out of breath and out of shape, looked like she still beat her ass to me. So again, you guys drop down in the comments and let me know if I'm hallucinating or bugging out because from the looks of things on my end, T Love, you did not win that fight, right? So then T Love starts saying, well, nigga, sex tape come out, they gonna be lit, and she gonna be lit like Kim K, and Miss Natural Coochie ain't hitting on nothing. And I was just like, what? Hey, Olinda. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Thank you. I was like, what does that have to do with anything? Miss T Love, whatever. Like, I wasn't really clear where that came from, but then I kind of got it because it seemed like she was trying to say that Natural may have been a porn star or a prostitute. So she feels like you didn't go anywhere as a porn star, aka prostitute. Meanwhile, when me and my nigga make it happen, I was just gonna be lit. So I was just looking at Miss T, like, I mean T Love, like, okay, girl, I guess. So then it was a scene where they was talking, like Jocelyn had kind of pulled T in because she just seemed like she was bugging out. So she was just basically saying to, like, relax, calm down. And she's like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been okay since my father passed away. And she was like, I can't front, I'm out of control, I'm unhinged. These were her words. And she was like, I just been this way since my father passed away. And again, it just gives me a constant reminders every time I watch these shows. I know it seems crazy to be like, girl, why is you watching these violent ghetto ratchet shows? But I watch them because they're a constant reminder of how many people need healing hearts. Because right there in that moment when she said all of that, even with her being the initiator of the fight and getting on my fucking nerves at some points, my heart went out to her in those moments. I felt like she needed a healing heart session, and she admitted it. She admitted it. She said, since my father passed away, I've been unhinged. I've been out of control. That's no secret. And I know, I'm mourning. I'm grieving, right? So then her and Miss Natural started arguing again. And she was basically saying that Miss Natural is disloyal. And I guess they was trying to form a friendship. And maybe T Love might have shared some things with Miss Natural. And maybe Miss Natural had kind of got upset with her. Or just because she's disloyal, I don't even necessarily know if you was upset and told her business. And she was like, she really felt the way about that because that was some disloyal fuck shit, right? So then Miss Natural got emotional because she was basically saying, like, you try to put everything on me when you had some parts too in it to ruin our friendship too. Stop making it seem like it's only about me. And she was like, it seems like Jocelyn got empathy for this bitch when she's ready to turn one. And she was like, listen, I just came here to dance. I ain't come here for this emotional issue. I don't even got to be bothered with her no more. So it was a sad scene for both of them. You can tell that Miss Natural need healing hearts too. You can tell that Miss Natural need healing hearts too because I got the impression that something else is going on in the background in your life that you didn't want to discuss because then in her confessional she said something about she's supposed to have an older baby. So I was wondering, an older son. So I was wondering what happened with the baby. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. Once again, Helen Hearts is gonna make me a millionaire, right? Anywho, And I wish also too I was on set to allow these folks to have these conversations after these blow ups, because I feel like if Helen Hearts was on set, right, of Joseline's Cabaret, if you had that intense moment and you got all your feelings out in those moments, a Helen Heart session afterward would allow you to process those feelings, work through them, and then see how you and that other person could coexist in the same space and still be in the cabaret, right? So again, Helen Hart's gonna make me a millionaire. Y'all heard it here first. Y'all always hear from me, right? Anywho, T Love went back inside and she was rehashing the story to Egypt. And I want to, T Love, your ass is delusional. And Egypt, your ass is a troublemaker. You're a troublemaker. I see what's going on here. T Love, you are delusional. And Egypt, you're a troublemaker. Because the way T Love was rehashing the story, I was saying they had to have edited parts out. I'm sorry. They had to have edited parts out. Apparently, Egypt and Miss Natural used to be a couple, but they never had sex. They just used to kiss and I guess hump and trib and all that for 2 months. And it's just too much. And because of that, they got a little mini beef. But according to Egypt, Miss Natural don't want to fight her, so Egypt don't want to fight either if she don't want to fight. But she do be talking junk about her online, which is why T Love. First of all, I'm tired of people becoming friends, and I'm tired of girls becoming friends and having sex. Right? It's either you're a lesbian or you're not. But you cannot equate friendship to a sexual relationship and then start sleeping with your friend, and then we all go at it, try to act like it's just too much. It's just too much. So anyway, Jocelyn walks in and she see T Love being delusional, telling the story. And I'm looking at Jocelyn because to some degree it looks like Jocelyn believes also that T Love won this fight. And I was like, I'm sorry, can y'all please play the unedited version? Because I and I don't know, y'all drop down in the comments. I did not get that. I did not get that. In all fairness, T Love is very much more agile and athletic, and you could tell she worked out and she had more stamina than Miss Natural. No, she definitely did. So she was popping up off the floor quick and running all around and shadow boxing the air and all of that. Meanwhile, Miss Natural was killed over, breathing heavy, couldn't talk. But when it was time for them to actually come physical with contact, Miss Natural was tearing her ass up from what I saw. So again, maybe I don't know. Anywho, next scene, they meeting up with Ricardo. Now you guys know Ricardo is Jocelyn's choreographer, right? I like Ricardo because he seems to be very even killed, very down to earth, and he can kind of talk to Jocelyn and to the girls. And I like that he's not one of those. If he is a gay man, I can't say for sure. That's just my assumption. I like that he comes across as one of the like more calmer, nicer gay men, and not one that's there cursing the girls out and talking crazy to them and calling them names. So I definitely like him being a part of the team, right? So they're gonna meet up because it's time for them to now start working on the routine and show Jocelyn they could dance. So before they come inside, Jocelyn and Ricardo was talking. And Ricardo was just letting Jocelyn know, like he got some choice words for the ladies that was in the cabaret. The next time, the last time he was like, because the way they be conducting themselves from city to city and all that, he wasn't feeling that. He was like, so when you bring them in before we get dancing, I would like to have a conversation with them. So Jocelyn was like, no problem, right? So they come on inside and Jocelyn leaves the room and then Ricardo splits them into two groups. It's the newbies and the OGs, right? And then he just started going down the line of the OGs. He was like, Chinks, what the fuck are you back here for? You came to the cabaret, you came 2 times and then you disappeared without saying a word. What are you back here for? So Chinks was like, well, I am back because I want to be played by Spy at a cabaret. Ricardo was like, you do? Have you been working out? Did you learn any of the dance routines? Do you have anything new? Did you lose any weight? What did you do to show that you're preparing for claiming? Go sit your raggedy ass down, right? So he told her, go sit down. When he told her, go sit down, T Love, once again inserting herself, said some slick shit. Chinks was like, you better shut up or I'll beat your ass. I'm going to beat your ass when this is done. And then they started going back and forth, right? And then Ricardo was like, okay, enough of that. Moving on to the next, Erica. Erica is whose name was Jigsaw last season, but I'm going to stop calling her that because I think you guys have an idea who I'm talking about now. Erica. Ricardo basically was like, you quit. You did some weak, soft, corny shit last time and you quit. So, okay, girl, I guess, right? So then he got down to Danny. And Danny, I'm not going to lie, Ricardo said to Danny what the rest of the world wanted to say to her since she's been on this fucking show. You look homely, hungry, scraggly, destitute with a mix of prostitute. You, Danny, you don't look good. You do not look good. You too thin to win. Your outfits don't look good. Your hair don't look good. Your skin don't look good. Your teeth don't look good. I just personally like you. But Danny, you look terrible. And, and here, Joseline, you look like fucking shit. Joseline is crazy, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And they was just like, you got to get it together. You got to try a little bit more harder. If I was her, I would stay away from Drea when it comes to that, and you might want to team more up with like Erica and Des because they look a little bit more polished and put together than you. So absolutely not, right? So then they got down to Andrea, and he was like, "Listen, you got the top spot, and all these bitches here want your spot. So you need to do what you need to do and hold it down so you don't lose your spot." And then Joseline came, came back in by the time, and she chimes in and she's like, "And you a fake ass bitch, and you don't deserve me." Joseline, I thought Joseline, come here, Joseline. I thought we was past that in episode 1. Why the fuck are you still cursing this girl out? But Jocelyn, sometimes you get me, you got Tourette syndrome. So okay, girl. So Drea is saying a confessional, like, yeah, I know, I gotta get it together and I gotta do what I have to do. She looks very gothic and fucking nuts in her confessional. She gets on my nerves too, but she is the number one girl there at the time. I think Neek gonna get her spot though. I really, really do. Neek is who won the money in the challenge last year, right? But then speaking of, Ricardo calls out Neek and Des. And he was like, you know, what he said to them? Forgot whatever he said to them, it wasn't that big. Just basically keep it together, keep it together. But Neek, when you don't have glam on, you look like an alcoholic. When you don't have glam on, something gives me you're a step away from shaking. And that's, I would like to know what country you're from and if you just got here yesterday, because the pronunciation of words, it has to stop. It has to stop. You have to stop putting B's where V's go. You have to stop mispronouncing words. You have to stop mispronouncing names. Like, you don't give me that you've been here in this country for a long time. Did you go to school here in this country? Because that whole, like, everything about your speech is very, very impaired. And at some point, I'm looking like, did you just get off the boat? Yeah, never mind. You know what? Anyway, he cursed them out, right? So then he was like, all right, ladies, let's get on up. Let's see what we're going to do. He was like, we're going to start with line dancing because that's going to get incorporated into the cabaret this season. So they're like, okay, no problem, right? They get up. He starts trying to teach them a little bit of, what line dancing would look like in the cabaret. I mean, in the end, Joseline said she was proud of them. I didn't really see nobody doing no spectacular dances or dancing good enough to be like, yeah, this is the crew right here. They did all right. Mm, mm. I wasn't really impressed, but guess what? It was rehearsal one, so I won't pop no junk. So then Joseline was like, I got you guys some uniforms. Girl, Jocelyn got them some panties and fucking bras. That's all that was panties and tank tops, right? And she was like, listen, whenever y'all come to rehearsal, wear this right here, right? I hope everybody's showering at the cabaret. I hope everyone's showering at the cabaret. This is not like a whole baddie situation, because to be walking around in panties and bra and then be going to do a routine where you're going to be sweating, if you're not showering properly or eating properly or any of the above, there can be an odor. So I hope that everybody is taking their boric acid. I hope everybody's balancing their pH levels. I hope everybody is showering properly, because that's going to smell crazy if everybody's in panty and bra and sweating trying to do a routine. So I'm gonna pray for you, Jocelyn, because that's gonna be another reason you're gonna be cursing them the fuck out, right? But she let them know the next day that they were gonna do a challenge and they was gonna be split into two teams. I'm guessing, which I was right, that it would be the newbies and the OGs as the two teams, right? So the next morning, T Love get up and she out talking to a few of the newbies by the poolside, right? And I'm like, okay, I think it was Sky, G Baby, Isis, T Love, and I forgot who else was there, but then Neek and Egypt walk out, and then they was asking G Baby what was her issue with Oceans, because remember, her and Oceans had like a little scuffle the last time. And the problem with Ocean is poor milk trash. That's the problem. That's pretty much the problem. The problem is Oceans is poor milk trash, and she got upset because she's broke, hungry, that's just like Danny, destitute, and a step away from a prostitute. She really doesn't have any money, I'm assuming, because she got upset with the young lady because it was her weed, and she didn't want to let her smoke her weed. And the girl was like, "What the fuck you getting mad at me for? Because I came with my shit, and now you acting like you want to fight me. Why do you want to fight me over that? Hungry, thirsty, poor, and white. You irritate me." Oceans, if y'all see Oceans in her fucking confessional, I literally almost broke my TV. Oceans gets on my fucking nerves. Right. So anywho, they was asking about that situation. In another room, it was Des, Erica, Isis, Natural, and Lexi Gold, and they was in there chopping it up, talking about, what's going on and so on and so forth. So what they found out in that room is that apparently Isis and G Baby have an issue. They didn't really get into what the issue was, and I was with Lexi Gold, and not only Lexi Gold, somebody else said this. They was like, what, why? Y'all just got here. So how did y'all get the issue? But whatever, they got the issue. And according to them, for today's activities, Isis was trying to come be on the newbie team. And because G Baby and all the other, G Baby is friends with all the other newbies, she felt like she didn't want Isis there. So Sky, being another one of the newbies, was like, well, if my homegirl don't want her here, then she not coming here. It's up and it's stuck, right? So they was like, won't you tell? They were saying, let's tell Isis that she's not going to be on our team. So Kanaya said, well, let's tell her on camera. Because I guess, of course, let's see her reaction. Let's get a moment, yada, yada, yada. Kanaya, come here. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Kanaya. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Y'all remember I said that. I'm watching you. So, anywho, Egypt is sitting out there listening to them thinking the same thing I'm thinking. How the fuck y'all get this newbie beef and y'all literally just got here? Right? So, anywho, they never got a chance to address her on the camera because Lexi Gold went back into ISIS. They're going to try to have a moment with you on camera. So, it never happened. Right? So, you know what I see? I see that T Love in Egypt. I think they're ghost producing. I think that they think they're ghost producing. I think that they think that they're here to carry the show because they telling everybody what to do. So now they telling them, well, y'all need to confront Lexi and Isis and put it on the floor because that needs to be resolved. This is Egypt now and T Love. I guess again trying to make a moment so the show could go viral. And I mean, it's a smart thing to do, but it's not your job. They are producers on the show. Shit y'all raggedy, sweaty asses down. Anywho, they supposed to be getting ready for the challenge that day any goddamn way. Then the hottest flame. I forgot all about this girl. She rooms with Love, not T Love. Love. Love is the one who has said the newbie. She was fuck the newbies or something like that in the beginning. And the other girl that got kicked off because of Erica Men is the one who told it. Anyway, Love is pretty much a nut. The hottest flame come back to the room and she's saying to Love, like, okay, girl, get up. We gotta go out. We gotta go do the challenge today. So Love was still in bed. So she was like, she's going through withdrawal. She needs her weed. She needs her anxiety meds. She has holes in her heart. And the hottest flame was in her confessional. And I was with the hottest flame. Maybe Love just needs to go home. Maybe Love just needs to go home because this is a very high intense, high stress environment. And if you have heart problems and you get palpitations and you have anxiety and so on and so forth, every time it's time for you to have an incident with a person here, we probably running the risk of, God forbid, you having a freaking heart attack because we don't know how your body will respond to that. Since right now, because you don't have weed, look how your body is responding. And sometimes you don't get mentally stable as well. So I was with the hottest flame, like maybe you just need to go, or I was just with maybe once again, Hill Hearts needs to be on set because maybe you need to be worked through every scene before you go into it because this is a high stress environment. We got the road, we got the move. So she was like, well, because I don't have none of my meds and I didn't smoke yet, I think I'm going to stay behind. And I was looking like, I don't think that's a good idea. And that's the same thing Hottest Flame was saying in her confessional. Okay, girl. So anyway, everybody go put on a uniform, right? So when they put on their uniform, of course, the OGs got on the white and the newbies got on the black, right? So they all walk out in like the vestibule area because I guess they're about to leave at the moment. But your girl Erica, because again, she another one who wants to keep the storyline going. Her and Des is another pair that's trying to ghost produce as well. She said, well, let me start some shit. So she was like, who said my bitch couldn't wear white? She was referring to them saying they didn't want Isis on a team because Isis and G Baby seem to have had an issue, right? So Sky starts going back and forth with Isis and Lexi Gold. She was saying, the whole time you don't fuck with my girl. We the newbies. We don't want you on our team. What's up? I like Sky. 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 Because one thing about Sky, she gonna stand on business. Win, lose, or draw, she gonna stand on business. She ain't gonna backpedal about what the fuck she says she gonna do what she gotta do. So she started going back and forth with them, back and forth with them. And I'm thinking in my mind, G baby, can you come to the front? Can you come to the front? Because this is really your issue. I'm just having your back. Can you come to the front? Once I see G Baby ain't saying that, I say, yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Huh, Kanaya, I'm watching them. I was right. Anywho, Sky said, man, fuck all that, and popped on. No, I'm lying. First, Erica was like, because you could see she's trying to stay on the show by any means necessary. So she kept involving herself in that, which had nothing to do with her. And she was like, oh, we on timing. So we on timing. So Sky was like, what's up? What time are y'all on? And she just popped on Lexi Go. Boom. Why would she pop on Lexi Go? Ocean's jumping and they start jumping her. And I'm thinking in my mind, G baby, where the fuck are you? First of all, once she popped on Lexi, you should have popped on Isis. That's how it should have went. But no, you're standing there, and then on top of that, after she popped on Lexi and you don't pop on Isis, you let them jump her. So I was cursing G baby the fuck out. Then Isis attacks G baby. G baby, go home, sugar. G baby, go home. Go home. Go home, baby. Go home. Because while Isis is attacking you, Oceans ran over and jumped in that fight as well. G baby, go home. Go home. You did not want to fight back. You did not want to leave off the steps. You did not want any smoke. You didn't even speak loud. You didn't roll your eyes. You didn't stomp your feet. You know how people pump fake and act like they jumping in something. They run around and take off their shirt and be like, no, fuck that. Don't hold me back. You didn't even put on a scene like that. You dead ass left Sky out there. And that was messed up because this was your problem and she was trying to have your back. I was wondering when she was going to say something about it. I hope on the next episode she let you know, like, I'm not fucking with you. How you going to let me get jumped? And I think twice, because after that, Scott and Erica started fighting. Then a Puerto Rican princess arrived, Joseline. So she looking like, what the fuck is going on here? We're supposed to be going out for the challenge. So she was like, what happened? What happened? So then she found out. She was like, why y'all jumping one girl? They were trying to explain why they was jumping one girl, and then Sky attacked Isis. So then they going at it. Erica and Ocean's jumping on Sky. Again, G baby. 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 What the fuck are you here for? Please explain, what are you here for? To fight dirty white oceans? Because even in those moments, you didn't even do that. I was mortified they was letting this girl get jumped like that. And then Kanaya, you too. Y'all supposed to be all one click. The newbies is all supposed to be one click. Why was y'all standing there letting this girl get jumped like that? And Kanaya, I don't even think you belong on the show. And from what I remember, they said you from New York. You embarrassing us. Come on, you kids your ass all the way to the fucking West Coast to embarrass New York City like this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Send this whole packing. Send her packing. Send motherfucking G baby packing, and let's get two new girls in the house. Cause that was nasty right there. Only thing Sky was doing was repping the set and having your back. It wasn't even her issue. So G baby, you pissed me off. Kanai, you a fucking punk. And Hot as Flame, I think you a punk too, but I gotta continue to watch. I don't know where the boxer girl was at, the bodybuilder, the weightlifter. I don't know where the fuck she was, right? But I love about T Love. T Love was like, help your friend. Help your friend. Y'all get the fuck up in there. Help your friend. She started taking the good thing off her. She said, no, go help your friend. Help your friend, but come on. Y'all standing here letting her get jumped. Help your fucking friend. Baby, if Kanaya, the hottest flame, or G Baby jumped in that fight, then I jumped in that motherfucker fight. Because ain't none of them did nothing. Ain't none of them did nothing. And I'm telling you, my girl Scott put her back against the wall. She was fighting every motherfucking body. Joseline came up to her. She was like, listen, I want to run my tens with every motherfucking body that jumped me. Everybody. Everybody. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. It's up and it's stuck. Next thing you know, as she's saying all this, Isis runs around and tries to attack Scott again. Boo, 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 boo. And the show goes off. I said, pussy. So Johnson's Cabaret is heating the fuck up, ladies and gentlemen. It had took a little standstill these first couple episodes because I'm there looking like, come on, y'all have to put more, excuse me, context behind these storylines. But now that we seeing what the real reason is, so and so is punching on so and so, and this one is grabbing that one, I'm here for this. I'm here for this. I'm here for the cabaret. I'm also here for, I want to see who going to dance. I want to see who going to dance because a lot of them giving, they don't got no real rhythm. They can't really pop it, but talk about they was extra. Where? Where were in the gray doors? Where the fuck was y'all at? You know what? So, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, they are only on episode 5. So make sure you tune into Joseline's Cabaret. It's heating up. It's a lot of names to remember. So I suggest you tune in now because that's how I be. I gotta write it down and go back and ask, who wait, what's her name again? And it's a lot to digest, but it's heating up. It's heating up and it's good. And Joseline is on there being a fucking nut per usual, saying how they don't deserve this and what she do for them. And y'all know Joseline, that's my girl. She might have a Diddy case allegedly in the future, but hey, it is what it is. Like I said, Real Housewives of Potomac is coming back next month. The Grand Dame is coming home tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be lit at 6. We will be lit at 6 tomorrow, and the Grand Dame will be released tomorrow. That's what the word on the curb is. I told y'all, my girl, my bitch got through that sentence like a subject and a predicate. Y'all cannot play with the Grand Dame. So we will be lit at 6 tomorrow. We'll be lit at 6 tomorrow to talk about Young Thug. Your man is a whole hoe. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing because everybody talks about how thorough Young Thug is, and he looking real bad right now. So we're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about this Tamar, Funky Daniva, all of that shit. That shit grew legs. It's so annoying and aggravating, but hey, it's what's going on right now. We're gonna talk about your girl Brittany Renner and what just happened with her and PJ and the wife and all that craziness. Who else is on the docket for lit at 6? We're gonna talk about your girls at MDC. How they had everybody opening up their asshole and they coochie and doing all these illegal searches. Yeah, we got a lot on lit at 6 docket. We got a lot of lit at 6 docket, so make sure you're prepared tomorrow. Tune the fucking. Thank you guys for all your support. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday weekend and was safe. Get your ass back to work tomorrow and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.